Hello students, in today's module we'll be looking at strategies to promote effective transition to assist the school to be ready for the child. Within the early childhood context, transitions are of many kinds, moving from home to school, transiting from one class to another within the school, moving from one activity to another, transiting from school to home, and moving from preschool setting to school. For children, transitions occur in different stages and at different ages. Transition to school is imbued with distinct importance. Transition into school provides a challenge that, if well planned and supported, is generally a stimulus to growth and development. As children enter school, they bring with them unique needs, interests, and values which the school needs to support and develop. Children entering school younger than their peers are liable to have not yet developed certain skills for formal learning. In Indian context, children are admitted into school at a certain age, where they are cognitively, physically, and socially competent to acquire skills which are needed for their later development. Whereas few children have challenging behaviors during transition, and this affects the school readiness. Behaviors are related to issues such as being bored, not knowing the rules of the group, not able to follow the language, difficulty in communicating, etc. During transition, teachers and school should plan and implement activities to promote smooth transition in children, which will complement to successful school readiness. At the end of the module, the reader will be able to understand the transition process that takes place in school, the concept of school readiness, important attributes required for successful transition in children. School readiness is multifaceted, comprising the whole array of physical, social, emotional, and cognitive skills. School readiness is a measure of how prepared a child is to succeed in a school. School to accommodate children and parents to support the needs of the children. Readiness is a stage where children can easily, effectively, and without emotional stress can acquire skills which are required for later development. It is a state or condition which indicates the children are ready to learn. In school, support for readiness can be provided by giving children ample opportunities for development, ensuring they participate in activities to tune their development skills for optimal development, and by tweaking programs, activities, schedules to accommodate all the children. School readiness also focuses on self-care skills such as toileting, opening lunch boxes, or even eating. Social skills, emotional regulation, attention, and concentration. First one, self-regulation is an ability to control one's behavior, emotions, thoughts for a certain time to achieve a long-term goal. As children develop, they need to achieve self-regulation to start and complete a task. In schools, teachers can develop activities or games to promote this behavior in children. Popular games such as Simon Says, Freeze Tag, Musical Chair, Hide and Seek can be played during in-between class. Second one, sensory processing is an accurate processing of sensory stimulation in the environment. It is a way the brain receives signals to organize and respond to the stimulation received. It is also the stimulation of one's own body which will influence the learning and attention of children. The sensory processes affect the way a child sits in the classroom, hold a pencil, and listens attentively in the classroom. Children who have difficulty in processing the information received have sensory processing disorder. Third one, receptive language. Understanding the spoken language, especially in a classroom, children are required to listen to teacher and the instructions they provide. Expressive language. Using language to convey a message, producing sound, speech, or language which can be comprehended by another person. This is important as it helps an individual to communicate to friends, family, teachers, and other school authorities. Articulation. This goes hand in hand with expressive language. This is an ability to clearly pronounce individual sounds. These sounds are used to form words, and this is a basis of language development. Executive functioning. As an individual develops the skills, also advances. Executive functioning is a higher order of thinking and reasoning skills. These skills allows an individual to plan, execute, complete a task, understand different perspectives, regulate emotions, starting an activity, and staying focused. The three main areas of executive functioning are working memory, cognitive flexibility, and inhibitory control. Working memory. Being able to comprehend and keep the information, then using it later in some way. For example, a child might be able to use the information given by teacher during a class and use it later during a test. Cognitive flexibility. It is also called flexible thinking. It is a skill which allows a child or an individual to think something in different ways. For example, a child might use this skill to find a solution or relationship between two concepts. Inhibitory control. This skill includes self-control. It is the ability to ignore distractions and resist temptations. It helps children to regulate emotions and keep them from impulsive behaviors. The first and foremost transition that occurs in children is to schools. These settings should be able to cater to the needs and developments of individual children. Transition is always linked to school readiness, and for schools to be ready, they must be prepared in terms of quality in aspects such as teachers, infrastructure, materials, and other facilities.